Good morning, everyone. In the last class, we had derived a very important relationship for finding out the pressure at a particular point in a fluid. And the relationship is P is equal to rho into G into H, where P is the pressure at a point, rho is the density of the fluid, G is the acceleration due to gravity, and H is the height of the fluid above that point. So today we'll be doing some numerical problems based on this particular relation. So always remember the relation P is equal to rho G H. So we'll go directly into the first numerical problem. I'll read out the question. A closed tank contains water up to 1.5 meter height and above that oil of height 1.3 meter whose specific gravity is 0.85 and then it is filled with air. The pressure gauge mounted on the top of the tank reads 1.5 bar. If the bottom of the tank is 1.25 meter by 1.25 meter, find out the total force acting on the bottom of the tank. So what is given? So this is the figure corresponding to the question. So you have a closed tank and it contains water up to a height of 1.5 meter, and then above that we have oil up to a height of 1.3 meter, and above that some air is also there, and over the top of the closure or the lid there is a pressure gauge connected, and the pressure gauge gives you the pressure of the air alone. Okay, so 1.5 meter water, 1.3 meter oil, which is having a specific gravity of 0.85, and over which there is air also. What are you asked to find out? You are asked to find out the total pressure at the bottom of, that is at this portion. What is the total pressure? So the total pressure at the bottom of the tank will be equal to the sum of the pressure due to water, pressure due to oil, and the pressure due to air. So first we'll find out the pressure due to water alone. So as we know, the relationship is P is equal to rho GH. So here we are we are finding out the pressure due to water, which is equal to rho W. Here W is the suffix. Rho W means the density of water into G into HW. W is the suffix. HW stands for the height of water. So rho W is 1000, G is 9.81, and HW is 1.5. So the total pressure due to water will be equal to 14715 Newton per meter square. Now we can find out the pressure due to oil. Same relationship, P oil is equal to rho O G H O. So here you have to remember one thing. You are not directly given the density of oil. Instead, you are given the specific gravity of oil. So when the specific gravity is given, how will you find out the density? So for that, we will be using this relationship. Specific gravity of oil is equal to density of oil divided by density of water. So from this, density of oil can be found out by cross multiplication, specific gravity of oil into density of water. So here, in order to find out the density of oil, we have to multiply the specific gravity of oil with the density of water. So this relationship you should always remember. So from now on, if the specific gravity is given, you can directly multiply it with the density of water to find out the density of the fluid. So rho naught will be equal to rho O will be equal to 0.85 into 1000, then again G 9.81, and height of oil HO will be equal to 1.3. So multiplying all these, you will get 10840.05 Newton per meter square. Now what is there? We have air on top of oil. So pressure of air is directly given in the question. It is 1.5 bar. So bar is the unit of pressure. But we have to find out the pressure in Newton per meter square. So how will you convert bar into Newton per meter square? By multiplying it with 10 raised to 5. So pressure due to air will be equal to 1.5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So we have individually found out the pressure due to water, pressure due to oil, and pressure due to air. Now the total pressure will be the sum of all these. So total pressure is equal to pressure of water plus pressure of oil plus pressure of air, and the total value will be is equal to 175555.05 Newton per meter square. Now you have to note one thing here. This is the total pressure acting on the bottom of the tank. What are you asked to find? This is the total pressure. So in the question, what are you asked to find out? Is it the pressure? No. In the question, you are asked to find out the total force at the bottom of the tank. Now, how will you find out the force from pressure? So we know that pressure is equal to force by area. So from that, force is equal to pressure into area. So using this relation, we can find out the total force acting on the bottom of the tank. F is equal to P into A. P, total pressure, we have got it in the previous step, and area of the tank is given 1.25 into 1.25. So multiplying these parameters, we will get the total force on the bottom of the tank as 274304.8 Newton. So to convert it into kilonewton, we have to divide it with 1000. So 274.304 kilonewton will be the total force acting on the bottom of the tank. So I hope this problem is clear to all of you. Now we'll go to the second numerical problem. So this is the question for the next problem. A closed vessel contains a liquid of mass density 1000 kg per meter cube, and a piezometer tube communicates with the vessel at a depth of 1.5 meter under the free surface. Assuming that absolute pressure on the free liquid surface is 2.5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square, and the atmospheric pressure is 1.0135 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square, make calculations for the height to which the liquid will rise in the piezometer. So first we'll draw the figure corresponding to the question. See, this is the figure. So what is given? A closed vessel contains liquid of mass density 1000 kg per meter cube. So here you have a closed tank which contains a liquid of mass density. Mass density is nothing but the density itself. So 1000 kg per meter cube, and a piezometer tube communicates with the vessel at a depth of 1.5 meter under the free surface. So here you are connecting a piezometric tube under a depth of 1.5 meter from the free liquid surface. So a piezometric tube is connected here. So what is the use of a piezometric tube? In order to find out the pressure at that particular point where it is connected. So from in this, the pressure at the point A, see the point A is marked here. Pressure at point A can be found out by connecting the piezometer directly to the point A. What will happen when it is connected to the point A? The liquid which is contained in the tank will enter into the piezometric tube and it will rise to a particular height. Let that height be h. So how will you find out the pressure from that? Rho into G into this h will give you the pressure at point A. So we have equation for finding out the pressure at A, but the pressure at A can also be found out using a piezometer in this manner. So what else is given? Assuming that the absolute pressure on the free liquid surface is 2.5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So in the closed tank, above the liquid there is some amount of air and the absolute pressure is given here. So in the previous problem we were directly given the gauge pressure, but here the gauge pressure is not directly given. Instead you are given the absolute pressure and also the atmospheric pressure. So using absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure we can find out the gauge pressure acting above the fluid. Make calculations for the height to which the liquid will rise in the piezometer. So what are you asked to find out? You are asked to find out the value of h. What is this h? H is the height up to which the liquid will rise in the piezometer. So we have to find it out. And now coming to the solution. The pressure at point A will be equal to, just like in the previous problem, the pressure at point A will be equal to the pressure due to liquid of 1.5 meter height plus pressure above the free liquid surface. See, this is the point A. What is the pressure at point A? Pressure at point A will be equal to the pressure due to the liquid of height 1.5 meter plus the pressure due to the air above the liquid. So these two will, the sum of these two will give you the pressure at the point A. So first we will find out the pressure due to liquid of 1.5 meter height. Pressure due to liquid of 1.5 meter height is equal to rho GH. Here the density of the liquid is given as 1000 kg per meter cube. G, as we know, is 9.81 meter per second square, and H, height of the liquid, is 1.5 meter. So multiplying these three, we will get the pressure due to a liquid of height 1.5 meter as 14715 Newton per meter square. Now we have to find out the pressure above the liquid surface in gauge, that is the air pressure above the liquid surface in gauge. As I have told you earlier, here the gauge pressure is not directly given. Instead, you are given the absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure. We have learned the conversion or the equation to find out the gauge pressure from absolute and atmospheric pressures. The gauge pressure is equal to P absolute minus P atmospheric. So using this relation, we can find out the gauge pressure acting on the liquid surface. So P absolute is given as 2.5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square, and the P atmospheric is given as 1.0135 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So the gauge pressure will be obtained as 1.49 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So the total pressure at A will be equal to the summation of what all things? The pressure due to the liquid for a height of 1.5 meter and the pressure due to the air. The pressure due to liquid, we have obtained it as 14715 Newton per meter square, and the pressure due to air is obtained as 1.49 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So the total pressure at point A will be equal to 1.64 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. Okay, so here you are not asked to find out the pressure at A, you are asked to find out the height up to which the liquid will be rising if a piezometer is connected to point A. So now we know the pressure at point A. So what will happen if a piezometer is connected at point A? What will happen means to what height the liquid will rise. So how will you find it out? The pressure at A can be obtained from the liquid height h in the piezometer tube using the relation rho GH. So we have already obtained the pressure at A as 1.64 into 10 raised to 5, that is equal to rho of the liquid into G into H. What is the H here? H here is the height up to which the liquid will rise in the piezometer. So 1.64 into 10 raised to 5 is equal to rho of the liquid is given as 1000, G is 9.81, and H is the unknown here. So from this we can find out the value of H as 16.7 meter. That is, if you are connecting a piezometric tube to point A, the liquid will rise in the piezometer tube up to a height of 16.7 meters. Now we will go to the next numerical problem. I'll read out the question. The left leg of a U-tube mercury manometer is connected to a pipeline conveying water. The level of mercury in the leg being 0.6 meter below the center of pipeline, and the right leg is open to the atmosphere. The level of mercury in the right leg is 0.45 meter above that in the left leg, and the space above mercury in the right leg contains benzene having specific gravity 0.88 to a height of 0.3 meter. Find the pressure in the pipe. So first you have to understand the question thoroughly. So what is used here? Here we are using a U-tube mercury manometer. So we have learned it in the theory portion that a U-tube mercury manometer is used for finding out the pressure in a pipeline. So here we are using a U-tube mercury manometer which is connected to a pipeline which is carrying water. And what will happen? See the figure here. this circle represents the cross section of the pipeline which is carrying water, and this is the U-tube mercury manometer. It is connected to the pipeline. So what will happen when it is connected to the pipeline? This U-tube mercury manometer contains mercury. So this liquid from the pipeline will enter the U-tube mercury manometer, and it will push mercury to a particular height. So see the question again. The left leg of U-tube mercury manometer is connected to a pipeline conveying water. The level of mercury in the leg being 0.6 meter below the center of the pipeline, and the right leg is open to the atmosphere. See the level of mercury. So once it is connected to the pipeline, what will happen? Water will enter into the U-tube mercury manometer from the pipeline, and this water will push mercury and to a particular height. So what is the level of mercury in the left limb? So this is the left limb and this is the right limb. What is the level of mercury in the left limb? Here please note that from this region it is mercury. I have actually given a different shade, but in the figure it is not looking like a different shade. Please understand that from this point it is a mercury that is inside the manometer, and up to this point it is the liquid which is coming from the pipeline. So it is given that in the left limb the mercury level is below 0.6 meter from the center of the pipeline. So up till here water is present, and from here mercury starts. And what is the level of mercury in the right limb? See the question. The right leg is open to the atmosphere. The level of mercury in the right leg is 0.45 meter above that in the left leg. So in the left leg, this is the level of mercury, and in the right leg it is 0.45 meter above the level of mercury in the left limb. So from here 0.45 meter above. So up to here it is mercury. So mercury is from here to here. It is mercury. And what is there above mercury? Above mercury, benzene is present for a height of 0.3 meter. And then it is open to the atmosphere. So I hope the picture or the figure is clear. This is the pipeline. This is the U-tube mercury manometer which is connected to the pipeline, and water enters the mercury manometer from the pipeline, and it will push the mercury and to a particular height. So here water has entered to a height of 0.6 meter, and from there mercury starts, and mercury is at a height of 0.45 meter above the level of mercury in the left limb. So this is 0.45 meter, and above the mercury there is benzene present for a height of 0.3 meter, and above that it is open to the atmosphere. Now what are you asked to find out? You are asked to find out the pressure at the point A. So this is the point A. You are asked to find out the pressure at point A. So in order to find out the pressure at point A, first you have to take the datum line. How will you draw the datum line? Datum line is drawn at the lower level of mercury. So this is the lower level of mercury, and find out the lower level of mercury and draw a horizontal line which is the datum line. Now why we are drawing the datum line? We are drawing the datum line because it is a horizontal surface, and the pressure above the horizontal surface in both the limbs can be equated. Okay, so remember the pressure above a horizontal surface will be same. So here you can find out the pressure above the datum line in the left limb and the pressure above the datum line in the right limb, and equate the two and find out the pressure at point A. We'll come to the steps one by one. Pressure above the datum line in the left limb. So in the left limb, see, this is the left limb and this is the datum line. So pressure above datum line in the left limb. So in the left limb, what all pressures are acting? Pressure at point A, which can be designated as PA, plus pressure due to water for a height of 0.6 meter. So these two are the pressures above the datum line on the left limb. So PA plus pressure due to water for a height of 0.6 meter. That is what is written here. Pressure above the datum line in the left limb will be equal to PA plus rho 1 GH1. PA is given as such because it is an unknown. Then rho 1 is the density of the liquid in the pipeline, which is 1000, G is 9.81, and H1 is the height of liquid above datum in the left limb. So into 0.6. So the pressure above datum line in the left limb will be equal to PA plus rho 1 GH1, which is equal to 5886 plus PA. Leave this PA as such because it is an unknown. Let us call this as equation number 1. Now you are considering the right limb or right leg. Pressure above the datum line in the right leg. See the figure in the right leg. This is the datum line. What all pressures are there above the datum line in the right limb? Pressure due to mercury for a height of 0.45 meter and pressure due to benzene for a height of 0.3 meter. These two pressures are acting above the datum line in the right limb. So pressure above the datum line in the right leg will be equal to rho 2 GH2 plus rho 3 GH3. So 3 is not visible here, it is H3. So here I have designated suffix 1 for water, suffix 2 for mercury, and suffix 3 for benzene. Here again, you are not given the density of mercury. So in order to find out the density of mercury, what should you do? So this 13.6 is the specific gravity of mercury multiplied by the density of water. So this value you should know. It is not given in the question, but it should be known to you. So rho 2 will be equal to 13.6 into 1000. G is 9.81 and H2 is the height of mercury above the datum in the right limb, which is 0.45. Then plus rho 3 GH3. What is rho 3? Rho 3 is the density of benzene. So again, density of benzene is not given. It is the specific gravity of benzene that is given, 0.88, multiplied by the density of water will give you the density of benzene multiplied by 9.81 into 0.3. What is this 0.3? H3. What is H3? It is the height of benzene. So adding these two, you will get the pressure above the datum line in the right leg or right limb as 62627.04 Newton per meter square. So let us call this equation number 2. Now we can equate equation number 1 and 2 because the pressure above the same horizontal line will be equal. So this principle is used here, equating equation number 1 and 2. PA plus 5886 is equal to 62627.04. So from this you can find out the value of PA. What is PA? Pressure at point A as 56741.04 Newton per meter square.